Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Jaclyn Rae. Welcome. Today's video I'm super excited to do. I got this idea from Samantha March's video. She did it a long time ago and it's kind of been on my list to do now for a while, and it is the used and abused makeup tag. And I am not adding everything I have that's used and abused because I have quite a bit. So I kind of picked out things that I hit pan on, that I've really abused, I've really used, and I'm really surprised at how much stuff I have hit pan on. So this might turn into like a project pan so I can finish it off. But also I will be announcing a giveaway at the end. It's my 3K giveaway. That'll be at the end of the video, so stay tuned till the end and I will go ahead and talk about that. But if you're interested in all the products that I've used and abused over the years, then just keep watching. All right, I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and contour palettes. I was very, very surprised at the level of face palettes and eyeshadow palettes that I've hit pan on. But let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so the first palette that I have used and abused is the Hourglass, I always forget what this is called, Ambient Lighting Palette. Oh, that should be easy enough to remember. But here's the outside packaging. It is dirty, it is beat up, it is worn down, but on the inside, I actually hit pan on this shade. I love this shade. I will actually use that shade as a highlighter, even though it's meant more as a all over face powder, which I do use it like that sometimes. I mean, I use that one as a highlighter. This one's more shimmery, the middle one. But this one is really pretty if you just want like a very, very, very subtle highlighted glow. Perfect for work. That's mainly what I wear this to. It's my kind of work highlighter palette because I can't live my life without some kind of highlight on. So having a very, very subtle one still gives me the fix that I need, but I'm not blinding everybody at work. So I really do like this palette. It's definitely been a favorite. This one over here, I haven't used much. It's kind of more bronzy. Sometimes when I'm very, very tan and I want like a really bronze, like J-Lo look, I will take a big fluffy brush and just do around the perimeter of my face just to add that kind of shimmer to my skin. But this is a really great palette. I'm very, I'm just very impressed with Hourglass overall as a brand. It's one of my favorite brands. They are more pricey, but I think their products are definitely worth it. Okay, now for my absolute favorite contour shade. It is the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. Even though I don't think I've ever used this as actual bronzer. I've only used it to contour, but this has been used and abused. This is my second one. So my second one that I've hit pan on, and I've already gotten a backup because I love this. Like, I love you. It's just the perfect, it's not too cool, not too warm. It's just like the perfect undertone for a contour. I've used this when I'm very, very fair to when I'm extremely tan and you just use a heavier hand. I love this. Nothing bad to say about it except for I don't like the packaging. I wish it just came in a regular size pan, but I guess, it's their box blushes. All right, another bronzer that I have definitely used and abused, and again, this is my second one, and I already do have a backup. It is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is my go-to summer bronzer. As you can see, I'm like hitting the edges now. I do have a backup. It's more like in a face palette here. This face palette did come with a large size of this, but I love this. It has like shimmer to it, like a gold shimmer, but it doesn't show up on the skin, but it just gives this like really healthy glow to the skin. I love this bronzer. I don't hear anybody talking about this bronzer anymore, and I don't know why, because it's so good. I love it. All right, my absolute favorite eyeliner, which I'm wearing today, is got to be the Inglot Gel Liner number 77, and this is busted. Like, this is so used and abused. Like, I really need to get a new one. I've put their, I think it's Duraline re-wetting drops in this, like every time. I can't use it without that. But I mean, I literally scraped the bottom of this, so I like it. Like, if you want black as night eyeliner that's not going to smudge and is going to last all day, all night, get this. I've even swam with my winged liner on, and this, it didn't budge. It just did not budge. Now, to me, it's like almost nearly impossible to hit pan on a highlighter, but I almost have. You can kind of see the rings in the bottom of the pan, and that is the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. This was in collab with Jaclyn Hill. I guess you can kind of sort of see that the rings in it. I mean, if I continue to use this, I'm definitely going to hit pan. It's okay. I have this highlighter in like three other palettes, like 3 other items. So I know I'll never be without it. I love this highlighter. It's just overall a very beautiful universal highlighter. It looks good on so many skin tones. It's just, I mean, you can't go wrong with Becca highlighters. I've said that 100 times. You cannot go wrong with Becca highlighters. They're just, I think they're the best highlighters out there. All right, this next product, I need to just like declutter it, let it go. I have been using a new brow pomade from Kat Von D that I absolutely love. I have it on today along with her brow pencil. But prior to that, I used and abused the Anastasia Dip Brow. And this, like, I literally hit the bottom on as well. I used the Duraline from Inglot to kind of re-wet this. But as you can see, this has been used and abused. I mean, for the longest time, Anastasia Dip Brow was the creme de la creme of eyebrow pomades. Like, I think, I almost want to say they were the first to come out with an eyebrow pomade, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I don't know my makeup history all that well. This was the first one I ever used, and I remember being so intimidated by it, but I saw all the, you know, the beauty gurus using it. I'm like, they made it look easy. The first time I did it, like, Lord Jesus, I looked like I took a brown Sharpie to my eyebrows. It was so bad, but I've since learned how to use it. I really do like it. It does last all day. It is like waterproof. I don't know if it claims to be waterproof, but again, I've swam with these on my brows and my brows stayed. So I do love this, but I have been testing out the Kat Von D one and I really like that one too. Okay, next palette, when it first came out, I used this every single day. I traveled with it. I loved it. And this is the Kylie Cosmetics, I think it's called the Bronze palette. Is it? Yep, the Bronze palette. I did hit pan on the vanilla shade because I would, even if I was using a different palette, I would come back to this palette to set down my eyeshadow base. So I love that shade. It's just like the perfect vanilla shade. Even though I probably have it in other palettes, it was just so much easier to go grab this. And this like orangey shade here, I love that. I'm really, like, there's a dent in it. You guys probably can't see, but there is a dent in that orange shade because I used it all the time. I loved it. So I really did like this palette. I know Kylie Cosmetics isn't like the best eyeshadow formula, but I did enjoy this palette and I did really use and abuse it. Okay, this palette is probably the most abused item in my makeup collection ever. And it is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This has taken a beating. Like, so bad. I've literally hit pan on 3 and this pan completely fell out. I think I was actually filming a video on my top face palettes when I pulled this up and it just fell. And I was like, well, that doesn't help my case here of it being amazing, but it really is amazing. Obviously this one is my favorite, but sometimes I do mix the two. I love these two setting powders, the white one or more cream colored one from when I'm fair, and then of course the more yellowy toned one from when I have more of a tan. I really like going in with my beauty blender and packing it on that way. Love this palette. I did already purchase a backup I found at Marshall's for like 20 bucks because I think they came out with the new like actual plastic packaging instead of this cardboard packaging. But it's like I don't want to throw it away because I can still use these two and I feel like I'm being like, I don't know, like wasteful. But I love this palette. Now, before this palette came out, this is my all-time favorite contour and highlighting palette. But before this came out, I used and abused the Anastasia one, which you will see. I also hit pan on these. I didn't really like these ones down here. Now, like, when I first got it, I didn't know any better. I was so naive. I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing. But now that I look back and I've used other products, I really don't like these 3 shades. This is just way too cool tone, and the other 2 are way too warm. But I adored these 2 shades. Now, this is a highlighter. I did not like it. I don't even think I used it once, and I was just like, eh. But I love these 2, and this center one here, I don't even remember what it's called. It doesn't even have the names. I don't know. This is very old packaging. This was like the first launch, so this is probably not good anymore, and I should probably declutter it, but I will be doing decluttering videos, so I'll just save it for that. But this was definitely, as you can see, very used and very abused. All right, this item is so used and abused, it doesn't even have any writing on it anymore. And this is like, it's a liquid bronzer from Cover FX, and I don't even know the shade of it. I think it's the light. I think they have 2 or 3, and this is the lighter of them all. But it's just a liquid bronzer. But, I mean, okay, it's not a bronzer. I just use it as a bronzer. But it's more so you can, like, add it to a foundation to make it darker. And it's just, it's really pretty. Like, I put it on the back of my hand, and then I dot it, and I blend it out with a beauty blender, and it just gives, like, this beautiful, like, natural, melts into the skin bronze look. I actually learned how to use this from watching Samantha Ravindal. Her and Jamie Genevieve were doing like a get ready with us, and they both used this, and I was like, well, they're using it, I want to use it. So I immediately went out and bought it, and I love it, and now I know why they loved it. It's just so beautiful. It's very natural. So like I mentioned before, I haven't been wearing a lot of powder. I've been doing a lot more liquid and creams on my face. Just for spring, I want something a little lighter and less heavy, and I've been using this a lot. And like I said, I mean, everything is rubbed off on it. Like, this thing is, this poor thing. Like, I should go to jail for how bad I'm abusing this thing. This should come to no surprise to anyone. I think Samantha March even had this in her video, but it is the Modern Renaissance palette, and this is so dirty. I'm almost a little bit embarrassed to show it, but it is filthy. I have kept the other one, the new one, Soft Glam. I've kept that one clean, but I don't think I've even used that one as much as I've used this. This is my go-to summer palette, and I've hit pan on this one. I've hit pan on this one. I almost hit pan on this one. Almost hit pan on this one. You can see what my favorite shades are, but I love this palette. Like, honestly, this is my favorite palette of all time, except for the next one I'm about to talk about. They're both my favorite palettes of all time. Like, I need both of them to live happily ever after. But I love this palette. I know everybody and their mother loves this palette. I don't think I've seen one person say they didn't like this palette. It's just beautiful, and I think if you have blue eyes or green eyes, this palette is like perfect for you. I know when I wear this, I get so many compliments on my eye color. I even have people ask me, like, are your eyes real? Are you wearing contacts? I'm like, no, they're mine. But I love this palette. It is more so, I wear it more so in the summertime, so I am pulling this baby back out to use this summer because I love it. All right, and my other used and abused palette that I cannot live without will be of no surprise to you guys if you've watched me over the last few months. It is my Jaclyn Hill palette, and it is filthy, it is dirty. I do have the original packaging, so it's not like, I mean, I can wipe it off, and I have, but I just don't care enough to do that. But the inside is, it's beat up. Like, it is beat up, and I've hit, ooh, Lord, I almost dropped it. I've hit pan, obviously, on this one. This one is almost hitting pan, and I'm really surprised I haven't hit pan on this because I use this every day to highlight my brow bone, except for today I use something different. But I love this palette. This is kind of my go-to everyday palette. Like, this usually sits right here on my vanity because that's what I reach for every day, unless I make myself not use it, or I'm trying to review another palette and I'm making myself use that. But if I don't have anything to review new, I will always just gravitate to this palette. I just love it. I mean, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill knocked it out of the park. And there's not one bad thing well, the only thing I could say that I wish the palette had was just a matte cream shade, kind of like the one I showed you in the Kylie palette. If I had that in this palette, it would be perfect, because whenever I use it, I do find myself having to grab towards another palette or a setting powder to set my eyeshadow base down. So that's the only thing that I would like out of that palette that I wish it had. Okay, last two products, and they're kind of exactly the same. These are all my Makeup Geek shadows. Now, I've hit pan in shades in both of these palettes. This one is the All Matte palette, and this one is Creme Brulee. I love Creme Brulee. I kind of packed these up and I haven't used them, and I'm kind of sad because I feel like nobody talks about Makeup Geek anymore. I know she just launched in Target, which is amazing. I love Marlena. She, for the longest time, like, she just inspired me so much from, you know, she's just such a hard worker, and I love Makeup Geek shadows, but there's just so much that comes out that I just forget to use them. And I mean, I love the palette. I'm gonna keep these out and start using them again, but oh, I forgot. I did hit pan on this one. I think it's Veneer or Mirage. Mirage? Yeah, Mirage. I love Mirage. That's another one that I will just pull out to set down my eyeshadow base, but Mirage and Creme Brulee are obviously my favorite in this palette. And the next palette was my very first Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette, and it is beat up, it is dirty, it is filthy. One broke in there, and that's the problem. One broke, and it's kind of gotten eyeshadow on all the other eyeshadows, and it still crumbled at the bottom, and I really need to clean it out. I keep procrastinating. But here's what it looks like. You can see that one that's broke, that's Drama Queen, and the other two down here is Silk Cream, I think it was called, or no, it's Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee. You can tell I really love Creme Brulee, but I love those two shadows. I would use this every single day. I got this way before I even started YouTube. I think Jaclyn Hill did a whole video on her favorite Morphe shadows, and I just bought them all because Jaclyn Hill inspires me to just spend my money. But I do love these palettes. I need to start using them some more. I am going to be doing a huge declutter. Like, I'm starting with my blush and highlighter drawer because it is just completely out of hand. There's some things in there that I have not touched for years that really need to be thrown out. There's some things that are new that I just don't use or don't work for me or I don't gravitate towards. I'm getting off on a tangent, so stay tuned for that. I will probably be doing highlighters, blushes, and then eyeshadow palettes because eyeshadow palettes are out of hand too. And I just feel now, before I would walk down into my beauty room and feel so inspired seeing all the makeup, and now I walk down and I feel so overwhelmed, and it actually takes away my creativity because I'm like, oh my God, I want to use that, but I want to use that, but I want to use that, but I need to use that, and I haven't used that in forever. And then I'm just like, I have this weird thing where when I get overwhelmed, I just can't do anything. So I come down here and I get very overwhelmed, and I'm like, I can't. And I know I haven't been on YouTube as often as I used to. I used to do like 3 videos a week, and I'm kind of down to 1, and I'm so sorry. Like I said before, I started a new job and it's just insane. I'm not happy with it. It's just very overwhelming, and I need the job, so I obviously can't quit, and YouTube isn't paying the bills. So I don't have time to, and I'm trying to pre-film more on the weekends, which is what I'm doing now. Today's Friday, so I'm going to be filming today and tomorrow multiple videos. And even on the weekends it's hard because a lot of times we go down to Southern Maryland to see my family, so I'm not even home on the weekend. So I'm gonna try to get more videos up. I really am trying, and it kind of sucks because I feel like so much pressure to get videos up that it's almost becoming not enjoyable anymore, and I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. I always started this channel to enjoy it, to have fun, and this to be more of a release for me with my anxiety. I don't want it to be giving me anxiety. So I just want to apologize that I'm not posting as much. I am trying trust me, I'd rather be doing this. I'd rather be doing this. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the giveaway. I'm so excited for this. All right, this is kind of an accumulation of things I've gotten here and there. Some things I kind of repurchased for myself, but I realized like I don't need it, so I might as well give it away so it doesn't go bad. I will be giving away the Peacock Flare Mascara from CoverGirl. Really good mascara. I really like that. It's one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. I will also be giving away one of my favorite skincare products from, I think it's Ole Henriksen. I always say Olay, but I think it's just Ole Henriksen. And this is the True Serum. It is the collagen boosted with True C Complex facial serum. This is probably one of my favorite skincare items ever. I will be giving this away. It smells so good. I think it smells like oranges. It's like a citrusy smell. I love it. I will also be giving away a Kat Von D studded lipstick in Cathedral. This is one of my favorite lipstick shades from her. It's just a really pretty mauve-y nude shade. I will be giving away the Sleek Cosmetics Extra Long Lashes Mascara. I also bought these. These were kind of backups that I realized I shouldn't have bought. I don't even need a backup because I have so much other stuff. So I'm just going to give them away. And this is the Anastasia Banana Setting Powder. And then the Makeup Geek. This is like one of her, what is this called? It is the Foiled Eyeshadow in Pegasus. It's like a pretty aqua blue. I love this shade. Like I hit pan on my other one because I wore it like all summer long like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, I need a new one. I don't. I still have some in the other one. I need to stop. So I'm going to give this away. Perfect color for summer. I did have that Bum Bum Cream gift set of 3, and I gave one away in another giveaway, and I still have this one. So I'm going to be giving another Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream away. And then I did have another one of I gave away a Glam Glow Gravity Mud Mask. It was buy one, get one free, and I bought 2. One I got for myself, one I gave away, and I had 2 free ones. So I am going to be giving another one of these away. This is the Gravity Mug, Gravity Mud. This is like the silver tinfoil mask that you see everybody wear on YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat. So I'll be giving this away as well. But that is the giveaway items. If you want to enter, the only thing you have to do is make sure you're following me here on YouTube, or subscribe to me here on YouTube. Make sure you like this video and leave a comment down below of what your most used makeup item is, your most used and abused makeup item. Leave it down below. That is all you have to do, and this giveaway will be going on for the next 2 weeks. I will have the end date down below, and with that comment, leave me your email address if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with leaving your email address, find me on Instagram and DM me there, or Twitter, either one of those. If you don't want to leave your personal email address down below, I completely understand. But that is all you have to do is to enter. Again, just make sure you're subscribed to me, like this video, and leave me a comment down below what your most used and abused makeup product is. I love you guys so much. You are such a blessing in my life. You have no idea. I enjoy reading your comments and keeping up with some of you guys that I talk to. God, I've been talking to some of you guys for a few years now. So it's awesome. I love you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.